Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the Cosmic Brushes Delicious Delights palette. If I would recommend it, how the quality is and everything, like a closer look and 3 looks with the palette. So if you want to see that, then just keep on watching. Also, I think my husband is now have decided to like mow lawn. Great. Well, let's go for this. I saw the Delicious Delights palette by Cosmic Brushes and I was like, listen, yep, this is a whole total yes. This is the outer packaging. Of course, you will see swatches, everything. This is again Cosmic Brushes, the Delicious Delights palette. This retails for around $25 or $35 if you're from the EU and not UK and you want to order this. There is one multi-chrome. This is a stunning palette. It has pastels, but also like some deeper shade, at least one really deep shade. So if you want to have like a more pastel look, I think this is great. I heard that the 3 palettes that Cosmic Brushes has released, the Muse, the Delicious Lights, and which was the first one? I will blend it here. The 3 palettes of them, they are sister palettes, so you can use them together, and I totally can see that. These are the 2 palettes I do own. The Muse one, which is the previous one, and then here is the Delicious Lights. They have the same size. Yes, they are the same size, which I do enjoy that quite a bit, let me tell you. The Muse palette is more of a little bit deeper, grungier version. I think you can do really pretty looks with this. And then we do have the Delicious Delights palette, which has like fun and rainbowy colors, if you will. Like, listen, aren't they pretty? And again, you can use both of them together. I didn't in this video. If you want to see a video with like using both of these palettes, leave it down in the comments. Again, this is though the palette we will talk about. There are just 6 shimmer shades, and this is a 20 pan palette. So yeah, I think that is definitely something that is interesting. I do indeed love a matte heavy palette, so that is quite nice, to be honest. I do think the quality is the same for both of these palettes, and I think that is a great point. The only problem I had was with Charms, which is the deepest shade in the whole palette, which is the deep purple. That one just a little bit like has a little bit problems to stick when you put on like one color first. So I would recommend just for that shade. All the other shades I never had a problem with that, but if you want to like have it the deepest on your eyes, I would say go with Charm first and then layer the other colors. Today I layered like a Jelly Bean, which is the second shade here, on top of the orange, which is Gingerbread, and I haven't any problems at all. So I think it's just Charmed. It's a purple. Purples are sometimes a little bit complicated to do. So just so you know. But in general, I think both of these palettes, and especially this one, is gorgeous. I had so much fun to create like 3 looks with the palette. Again, highly recommend. I discovered Cosmic Brushes quite recently, so I just own these 2 palettes so far. And not the first one, which I just can't for the life of me tell you what it is. But yeah. Again, I will blend it in here. Again, these are like sister palettes. I think you can use them all quite good together. Definitely these are more of a, or this palette is more of a rainbow-y palette. Again, this is a really beautiful palette, and the pastels are really nice and pastel-y, which I absolutely love. And again, this one has one multi-chrome, which I didn't see, if I'm not mistaken, in any of the other palettes, or in the Muse palette at least. So I think if you love a great like summer palette, I think a really fun palette that has a lot of light tones, that is quite rainbow-esque, there is a missing of red, but there's pink inside. So just so you know, I think this one is gorgeous, and I definitely think I would highly recommend it. I do enjoy the formula quite a lot. I think though the shimmer shades are more toned back, at least as far as I can tell. Also from like seeing it, you saw the swatches, except for the multichrome. I think in the Muse palette, these shimmers had a little bit more like womb behind it, but in general, I do think this is a great palette. Either ways, I absolutely love it. I would totally recommend it. And if you want to see which looks I've created with the palette, then just keep on watching, because now there is look number 1. Okay, let's do this. This will be the first look with Delicious Delights. Do have to say I'm absolutely excited about this, and I am planning on doing like 2 looks, maybe get 3 depending. I am super excited. Like, listen, that is full on my color scheme. It is seemingly a rainbow palette, but with like a few different colors. Like, we don't have a red, we do have pinks and purples. Like, that's so cool. This one seemed to be a multichrome. I'm so excited. For the first look though, I have an inspiration, or I have something I want to do, and I think I will go with these 3 like colors. We'll see about that. And I will blend in maybe my inspiration. It's a card design, TikTok at its finest. But yeah, we'll see about that. We also have a white, which I'm probably told you about. But yeah, let's go in with the first look. I am super excited about that. Okay, let's start. Again, I showed you, and I think I will start with Lollipop, which is that shade, and then we go on with yellow and pink. Or do I start with pink? Maybe I can do it in the other way around. Yeah, let's do that. Let's start with Smoothie, which is the deeper of the pinks. I do have both of the, like, we do have options here, but I'm excited. This is picking up really nicely. I definitely need a mirror though. And yeah, let's do that. I think I will put that like all over my lid or my outer corner, like so. I think this one will be indeed a little bit more of a like bright look. I'm not intending to like be really deep or anything like this, and then I will also put that on my lower lash line with a smaller brush, also like 1/3 in, like this. This is looking quite pink, so let's go to yellow. I will go into Buttercream, which is the yellow here, the side, and we'll see if that works and these colors mix, or if it's not going to work, but we will see. I'm just putting that on the same brush, just clean it off in between, and I will put that right in the middle of my eyelid. If they don't mix, I can also use like the more gingerbread color. This is called gingerbread, by the way. We'll see about this. Doesn't seem to be mixing quite well, but I'm thinking I can use it a second. By the way, I will lay the color first down and then I will blend it out a little bit later. I just switched to a more like flat brush so we can build the color. This is, by the way, a stunning yellow. I love it. And then I will clean that up a little bit and I will use again the pink shade a little bit, and I'm just like blending in that color. I don't think they mix, well, a little bit. You can definitely tell they mix a little bit, which is perfection. Like, look at this. This is so pretty. Let's go with the teal shade, and I think I want to use Lollipop, and then when I come like into my inner part, I want to use this shade, which is Minty, and Whipped Cream, which is the white, maybe when I'm like right in my inner corner. By the way, I use all of these colors on my lower lash line as well. Let's go first of all with Lollipop, if I'm not mistaken. That was my phone and not my mirror. And let's just put that right on the edge to the yellow. Whoa, that is pigmented, but stunning. Like, look at this. I will, like, you see, I have here picked up the color. I will just like use the other side, and it's the same brush. I didn't clean it in between. I would just use the other side to just blend a little bit into the yellow, and that is working like a charm. Don't know if you can tell, but that is blending so pretty. And now I will clean my brush, and I will go, like, I'm trying to blend this with Minty, which is again the little bit lighter. Listen, I will tap a little bit on my back so I don't have like the full pigment, and then I will just go on the edge with that shade, like it's a little bit blendy. I will also go over the yellow a little bit because we don't have a lighter yellow, which no problem at all. And then I will also go in the lighter pink shade, Marshmallow, lighter pink shade, and I will also like blend a little bit on the edges, so we just don't have like a really light yellow shade, which in my case is not a problem at all. Like, look at this. Oh my god, this is so pretty. Ooh, I absolutely love it. Let me also use the same colors on my lower lash line. Going in the same brush, I will use the yellow. Oh, try here. Lollipop on the inner part. Oh my god, I am obsessed. And now, if you think we're finished, now we're not. I will use the white whipped cream in my inner corner. Let's see how okay. I will like be careful to not destroy this, but like, look at this, so pretty. Holy guacamole. Okay. Okay, listen, look at that. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. I will use a little bit of Minty. Just like blend in here a little bit on the corner. I think there was a little bit of my eye primer stuck. Just blend that a little bit better. This is so pretty. I wish I would, I wish I can use any of the shimmers, but to be honest, I won't. This one will be a whole matte look, but look at this. Isn't that so damn pretty? Absolutely love this. I will finish this look up and I will be right back. I absolutely love this look, by the way. I need to try to find my liner. Listen. I mean, look at this. Isn't it pretty? Absolutely love it. I added some liner. This one is by NYX. It's in Blue Trip. And then I ordered also the Adele Do You lashes, which I will link everything down below. I am obsessed. It's not quite a rainbow, but I feel like it's so pretty and I love it. I love the color, I love everything about it. So let's come to the next look, and I hope I will be excited for that look as well. Welcome to my phase 2 look number 2. I am so excited to use this palette, and this time I think I want to use some of the purples and then also maybe the green, which we didn't like use in last look. We used the teals, so I think like the purples and the green would be nice. Then I need to find a way to snug in that multi-chrome as well. So let's just start, and I am excited. I hope you are as well. Okay, I think I want to start with the shade Jelly Bean, which is this purple. I do want to have the option to deepen that up as well, so I will not start with the deepest shade, which we will see if that works out at all. And I will put that on the Refer 14 brush, and then we'll see how far we come with that, to be honest. Because that could go really nicely, or it could be a whole disaster. We'll find out. You will find out as well. Okay, let's again use the shade Jelly Bean, and then we will just put that in the crease, in the outer corner. Like, I'm planning on doing a cut crease moment here, so I will definitely like move that even more in my inner corner than I would normally, to just have something that I can like cut my crease at the end of the day and not just try to. I will use another layer. By the way, that is a really, really pretty shade. I will also use that. I will also use that on my lower lash line, just so that everything looks coherent. I go till the mid of the eyelid with a more fluffy, like a fluffy dense, like a fluffy flat brush. This one is by Nabla, by the way. So we have something like that. Do have a little bit of fallout. I will clean that up in a minute. I will just use the shade Milkshake, this one, which is directly beside that one, and just to blend out this shade a little bit more. Again, this is looking quite nicely. I will use a really like fluffy, not so dense brush. This is the Cinch EO3. I will also like tap a little bit of the color off, because again, I don't want to like place the color, just want to like fluff that a little bit to blend out the edges. And if I have too much color, it will like be a little bit too much. By the way, so far this is pretty. I don't know how this looks in the viewfinder, because I'm almost blind. Listen, I need glasses, and my viewfinder, if you ever think, I do have a big monitor right behind me, or hide behind the camera, because I can't see. So if it's not like looking blended, it is in real life. Again, I'm just like trying to blend everything. Of course, this is a little bit more difficult with purples, because I am more warm toned and this is a way more cool toned look, but I think you can definitely see what I'm intending to. I will now use the shade Charms, which is the deep purple, to deepen up all of that a little bit more. This time I'm using a really small brush. This one is for Blend Bunnies and it's the B1, and I will just try to deepen that up in hopes that will work, because purples are difficult to make, to be honest. So this could be like really nicely, or this could be like horrific. Depends. Oh well, I do have way more fallout here. Good that I powdered. Sometimes, again, I'm just pressing on. Don't try to swipe a lot, because again, this is purple. And I will also take that a little bit higher and a little bit away, more in my inner part of the eye. Again, because I'm thinking doing a cut crease so that everything is like deepen up, so the pop color will pop more. Like so. I think I need a little bit more on that side. I think that works quite okay. I will now use the same brush as before, which is the Refa one, the 14. And I will use again the same color, which was the first color we used. And then just stamp that on the edge to blend that out. I don't want to like rub on the deep shade, because again, that could go wrong. Like I do have fallout here. That could go wrong really, really, really badly. And I don't want to like mess that look up. Like so. I think that will work out. Was a little bit, listen, I think for purples, normally you should like start with the deepest shade, but I think that works greatly. Like I do think that looks really, really nice and blended. To be honest though, I feel like especially in this like area, I feel it looks deeper on camera. I don't know, maybe. I wish it would be a little bit deeper though. maybe it's just me. I just did a little bit of a cut crease. I used, by the way, the Gloss Gods That's Base as the like crease primer. I don't know. This is, I think, number 3. I don't know. It's not printed anywhere, but I think like it's a good base. Normally I do prefer an eyeshadow base as a crease, like, or for cut crease, than I do concealer, because normally concealer is creasing. So that's around that. And now let's come to a little bit of fun with the teal shades. And I do want to use Zesty, which is the green, by the way. I want to use Zesty all over my lid, and then I want to use the white again. I love the white. I did load my brush with Zesty, which I love that one. This one is more of a yellowy green, which, you know, I love that. And then I will, without setting my primer, just stamp that here on my eyeshadow primer and hope that that will work greatly. I will go in like almost the way to the outer corner, not fully, and I will go to almost the inner part where I want to use the white as well, because white is life. Like so. That is looking really, really cute. And then we will use another flat brush, and we want to blend that whole thing, and we want to use a little bit of a shimmer shade, or 2 shimmers to be exact. And let's go with, for the outer corner, like do Frosting, which is the purple, and then for the more inner part I want to use Freezy to blend everything together. Let's start with Frosting, which is the purple shimmer, and I just want to put that in between like this border, like just putting that here. And yes, I want to use the shimmers, that's why we're doing this. And we will just do that. I did spray Frosting. I'm trying to avoid fallout here, at least a little bit. So see, this is a way better blend than just the green, but indeed we want to use and blend the green a little bit more. Now we're using Fizzy, which is a little bit more minty green, but I'm hoping that this will work out, and we'll place that right beside the shimmer purple like this, to give an even better like blend to everything, like this. Now we blend out a little bit, and then we go to the other colors. So I just blended a little bit in between these. I put a little bit more of the matte shades onto the shimmers as well, so they blend in a little bit better. I think that looks really, really nicely. And again, we used some shimmers because I was neglecting these the last time, but listen, these looked so pretty, like the matte tones in my last look. I'm sorry for that. I will use Zesty, so the green shade, again, the matte green, and put that underneath, like so, that we have like a good, like, fitting look, and not just the purple underneath here. You have to put in my eyes, you do have to put in a little bit more than just a little bit, you know what I mean. And then I will use again my brush, which I also used on the green, and I will pick up the white from the palette. I do love that there is a white included here. This is Whipped Cream, which I think is a great name. And again, this is really nicely pigmented, and we will put that right in the inner corner and blend that a little bit into the greenish color. So we do have a really nice eye-opening light effect. You see that? I think that is so damn pretty. We could, if you wanted to, deepen up again this part of the purple, but I think that works quite well. And listen, I will finish up the look, put in some liner and some lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is the finished look. I added some liner. This is by NYX, and this is Chartreuse Flash, which does have a little bit of shimmer, but I don't think that's like bad or disturbing at all. And I also added some Adele lashes. These ones are the 258, which, you know, one of my favorite lashes at all. Like they give good volume, but nothing too much. I absolutely love the look. It's the second time I'm saying that. Oh, by the way, you can fold that up. I do want to say that this one is a little bit harder to work with. Like in a lot of palettes, purples are really really not for building. So I think if you really wanted like the deepest purple, I think you should start with the purple. I think mine got really nicely, but I also think that if I started with this one, I would have gone like way deeper than this. Just saying, because I started with this one, I think that like not helped at all, if you will. Other than this though, listen, other than this, it does look really pretty. I don't think these shimmers, at least the two I used, which is this one and this one, I don't think they are too sparkly or too shimmery, which could be a good thing. In my case, it is a good thing. Yeah, I'm not mad about this. This is really looking stunning. So yeah, let's come to a next look, because I think I will do another look. Trying maybe the blues and the multichrome. Listen, I would want to use the multichrome, but somehow so far was not in the cards. So yes, let's do another look with this palette. Welcome again, a close-up of my face, and now we're doing the last look with the Delicious Delights one. I wish I could have done more, but listen, I am a little bit like in a time crunch, if you will. So today I do want to use this multichrome, which is, I don't even know if you can tell if I like play it like this. I will go give it a little bit of a close-up with that, but I want to use the pinks as well as blues. I will do probably blues, maybe yellows on my lower lash line. So we'll see about that. And I think I will start with gingerbread, because let's do something fun here. I put that on a big fluffy brush. This is the Pink-Yellow-Teal E03, which is the biggest brush, and then we will just swipe that in my crease. I do want to use the like pink tones in a bit, but I also wanted to use the more orangey shade like as base, if you will, because I thought that would be great, because the multichrome is also like, also except of the pink of course, also like yellowy. So we'll see if that works out in the end. We'll see about that. I will just put that everywhere again. These looks like for me are a little bit more easy, if you will, because again, I just tried to see if the quality is amazing, if everything is alright, and if it doesn't, I will tell you, of course. I will next go into Jelly Bean, which is this shade here. I think that would fit quite well, and I will see where I come from there. But I think that will like deepen up again a little bit better. This is the Cinch E05, which is the smallest brush. I would just like put that here on the edge onto my crease. Ooh, that worked well. That worked really well. Like, look at this. Isn't that pretty? I think you can definitely use these colors together. Definitely think you can do a little bit more of a neutral leaning look. Not sure if neutral really applies, because we do have, this is a more colorful palette, which I absolutely love, to be honest. But I think you definitely could do like the gingerbread color all over your eyes and be done, like a good one and done look, if you will. I will now use the pink, which is Smoothie, like this one, and I would just like put that beside the brush with my brush, put that beside the shade we put down first. And this one is, by the way, the Cinch E01, and we will just put it here. I don't know how opaque the multichrome is, so we lay down a little bit of color like this. This is so pretty. right now, and I will just clean off the brush with my, this is not a color switch, you know, this is just one of those like brush cleansing things, and I will use Marshmallow next. Oh, maybe I think I will use Marshmallow next, which is this one here, and just put that right next to it, more in my inner corner. And then we will, like this, and just put that a little bit further in my inner corner so that we do have a little bit of a pink gradient. Hey, listen, that is looking stunning. Just saying, look at this. This is really, really looking pretty. I will use, let me go. I do want to use the blue shades as well. So I will go into Gingerbread first, and then I will use some of the blue tones on my lower lash line. I think so. I will use Gingerbread first on the Singe E04, which is a like flat one but with a blunt end, and I will just like put it here on the edge just to connect the upper and lower lash line. Then I will clean that brush and I will go into Slushy, which is the bright blue. And well, let me go with a little bit of a smaller brush though. I think that would be better. This is a BH Cosmetics one in 8. This is a X collaboration with Alicia Marie. And I will go into, again, Slushy. I think I want to do a little bit more precise. And we'll just go right here till I'm trying to blend that out, and then we go in further. Slushy is a little bit harder to work with, but it's not like really hard, if you will, because please don't forget, I don't have any eyeshadow primer underneath my eyes, so this is like a little bit of building up. I will use again the E04 from Singe Beauty, and I will use Ice Pop, which is a little bit lighter blue, and just like blend a little bit the blue so that it's not just a harsh line, like a blue harsh line. That would be not the thing I want to have. Like this, just a little bit. And now we will use the lightest blue, which is Sweetie. We used this one and this one, and now we will use this one, which is like a periwinkle blue, and we will go with that. And I will think I will change the brush a little bit back to the BH one, and we'll just use that. Such a pretty color in my inner corner. Listen, you can't argue with the pigmentation of these pastels. You can't. It's just so pretty. Like so. That would be the mattes, and now let's come to shimmers. I do want to use Sprinkles, which is the multichrome, and that is the shade. I think you can definitely tell it's green, pink, but also like orangey. I'm trying to like do a swatch for you. Listen, you could see that, could you? Like there is a, like look at this. This is so pretty, and I think, to be honest, like first of all, stunning. I think, to be honest, I will try to like use that just with my finger in hopes I don't stab myself. You know, I would just pick up a little bit. Like, where do I have my mirror so I can see? But I will just like pick that up a little bit. Again, you can see the shift. Like, look at this. And again, that palette is $25. I think it's like with customs and all thing, it's like 35 if you ship that to Germany, by the way. They do have on the website now a thing that you can ship these with customs, so you don't have to like worry about that, which I absolutely love. Again, this is 35 euros or $25, and it has a multichrome. And I would just like press that softly into my look, just a little bit on the outer edge. I could build that up, but to be honest, I do like what I have here on. So, ooh, that is so pretty. So pretty. Let me use my smallest brush, which is the EO5 and Jelly Bean, and just deepen up the multichrome a little bit so that it, yeah, so like this, so that you definitely can tell. Like, look at this. This is so pretty. I absolutely love it. Again, you can definitely tone that down a little bit if you want to. Don't think that the multichrome is like too obnoxious or too whatever it is, you know, but this is so pretty. And I do think, because I, like in the last looks, I used the white as an inner corner highlight, I do want to try Delicious, which is a shimmer to pink, I think, as my inner corner highlight today. By the way, I didn't spray the multichrome because I used my finger. I didn't spray that one either, so hopefully that is not crumbling all over the place. And we will just put that in the inner corner. And yes, I did have some fallout because of the blues. Look at this. It also has a blue pink shimmer, which, I mean, that's working. That is so pretty. I think for me, I would go into Marshmallow again, which is the pink, the matte light pink, and just like brighten up this area, because I do like to have a really nice bright area before we go to the multichrome. Like, look at this. This is so damn pretty. I will finish this look up, put on some lashes and eyeliner, and I'll be right back. So this is the finished look. I added some NYX liner. This one is in Blue Teddy, and I also added some Lash Like a Boss lashes by Essence. These ones are the 0 to Limitless. Listen, they changed the name constantly, so just look at the like purple inner part. And yeah, I absolutely love this look. This is so damn pretty. 100 out of 10. Would recommend. I hope you really enjoyed this like video and everything about it, as well as the tutorials. If you want to see maybe like video where I used both of my cosmic brushes palettes, I do have the Muse and now I have the Delicious Delights, then just write it down in the comments. I would really appreciate that, so I know what you want to see and I can deliver, if you will. And yeah, I had so much fun in all of these looks. They were so pretty. So I hope you really enjoyed it. If you aren't already, please subscribe to this channel. I upload 3 times a week, and I would really appreciate if you are a part of my small little YouTube family and maybe comment and like this video. And I wish you a beautiful week, and we see us in my next video. So bye guys.